All right, good people. I am here and I'm live. It looks like I'm live. Let's see. Am I live? Yes. All right. Hey, everybody. It is Chanel at BrightGirl Media. And I am here because I've been summoned by quite a few people to come out and to show my face and to speak. I haven't really been creating a lot of content in the past couple of months. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about why I have not been posting content, where I've been, what I've been doing. And as the title of this video is Things I Learned from Noelle Randall. Now, most of you, many of you know me as a result of my relationship with her as a coach and her marketer, and us doing business over the past 3 years. And as of the first quarter of this year, she and I went our separate ways. We no longer work together. So as I've been reaching out, I've been, emailing and continuing my marketing efforts in my business. I've had quite a few people reach back out to me and ask me, are you still working with her, or where have you been and what's going on? So this is the answer. No, I no longer work with, nor am I affiliated with Noelle Randall. All right. So over the past 5 months now, almost 6 months now, I've been really revamping my business, revamping my life. A couple of weeks ago, I turned the big 4-0, and I was warned by someone that it would be a really big pivot or a pivotal moment in my life, and I didn't realize what this particular person was trying to warn me of. But I must say, entering a new decade has caused me to have to shift quite a few things, including the way that I do business, and just including the way that I do life, because I have some other goals and things that I want to get to. But I am grateful, I will say, for the time that I spent working with Ms. Randall, because she taught me quite a few things. She came into my life in 2019, and we worked together very early on, before the whole YouTube blow up, before the social media blow up, before New Res was a thing and all that other good stuff. And we worked together in tandem on her marketing. And she was someone that I looked to as somewhat of a mentor and a friend. So I will not disparage her. If that's what you came on here waiting for me to do, I'm not going to do it, because I believe in honor. I believe in integrity, and I believe in character, and I just won't do that. However, I do want to share some things that I learned while working from her, because just like I said, I saw her as somewhat of a mentor and somebody that I looked to in business, who really taught me quite a bit about not only just getting to the bag and increasing my confidence and, just being a businesswoman. So I credit her for that. Thank you. But here's some things that I learned along the way, and that I had to come into the realization of after I departed from working with her. And the first thing is that it's always the right time to do the right thing. All right. It's always the right time to do the right thing. No matter what the circumstances are, no matter what it is that you may need or want or desire or anything. Like, don't allow your greed, your ego, or any of those things to stand in the way of you doing the right thing. Now, I say that because there were some times when working, not just with her, but even with other business owners, that I've seen some things happen where I felt perhaps they shouldn't have sold things to people, or like I see a lot of comments that come up on YouTube a lot of times that people are like, oh, this is a scam, or that is a scam, or this person is scamming that and this and that. And I'm sure that if you're watching this, you probably have seen some of the videos that have come out in recent times talking about scam, scam, scam. That's that's a strong word to use, but I empathize with the people who are saying it, and I understand where they're coming from, because some people just should not be sold into some of these coaching programs. I'm just going to keep it all the way real and funky. Some people simply should not be sold into these coaching programs at, these 5-figure coaching programs or $1,000 or more, especially if you are talking to them, you are qualifying them, and you realize that they don't really have the resources or the savvy to understand how to do business, what business is, what getting a return on your investment is, and things like that. Even when it comes to things like, the crowd fund. And I saw a couple people posting videos about that and saying, oh, was this a scam? Was that a scam? And all of that other good stuff. It's always the right time to do the right thing. If you know that some people are simply not educated in investing or what it looks like to, put their money up and to have it be at risk. Because now people are coming back and they're wanting their money back. I've had people emailing me. I had some people on YouTube, which actually prompted me to get in front of the camera and do this video, asking me where, how can I get my money back and this and that. And I'm like, let me set the record straight. I do not work with or for Noelle Randall any longer. We are not connected in any way, shape, or form. I have no way to get anybody's money back. But it just shows me that sometimes, and I'm not insulting anyone or their intelligence, but sometimes you have to just do the right thing and tell people, you know what, this might not be for you. Maybe you need to, work your way up to this or whatever the case. But just selling stuff to people just to, make an extra buck or to get to the bag or whatever it is that I see a lot of people are doing in this coaching space, which also is why I moved myself out of the coaching space, to be quite honest. And I also heavily qualify the people that I work with and that come into, consultations and things with me. I turn more people away than I work with, simply because I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing by people. I don't want to, be selling somebody something, they're expecting one thing, they get another, and now y'all on YouTube calling me a scammer. That's not where I'm trying to go with this. So that leads me to my next point, is really just putting people over profit, and not just your customers, not just the people that are buying from you, but also the people that work with and for you, making sure that you take care of your people first. Because if you take care of your people, if you take care of the people that are taking care of your people or your customers, they're always going to take care of your people, and you're always going to get a good reputation. You're always going to stay in business. One of the things that bothers me so badly, and I did make a comment on a video that I saw, we always get a bad rap already as Black business owners, and even as women business owners. People think that we're inept, we don't know what we're doing, and all that other stuff. And it just makes it harder for us to do business, especially when people are coming on and they're disparaging one another, or, when they're actually doing things that might warrant them to be talked about in a negative way. It just makes it harder for all tides to rise. And it gets under my skin to see that happening over and over again. It's like nails on a chalkboard when I hear people say, I don't do business with Black-owned businesses, or I don't do business with women, or whoever they might say. Most of the time it's Black-owned businesses, not women. But those people look like, and they reflect me. And so it just really puts a bad taste in my mouth when I hear that stuff. So the second thing that I learned is definitely to put people over profit. Make sure that you take care of your people. Make sure that you are standing by your word, and that there's no gray area and no way for people to question what it is that you're doing, or question whether or not your products or services are delivering on their promise. Absolutely. So let's see. I got a couple things. I wrote some notes. Y'all know me. If y'all been watching me long enough, y'all know I'm good for some notes. Here's another one. Your brand and your actions speak for you from a mile away. And I'll add to that, where there's smoke, there's fire. Y'all have heard these things. These are things that I learned that I already knew, but I had to learn them again. I had to learn them in trial by fire. But the truth is, when you are in business, and especially when you put yourself out there, you put yourself on a somewhat of a pedestal, or to be seen, or to create a brand that other people can touch and experience, your brand is going to speak for you before you come in the room. How you respond, how you act, how you look. People judge you on all that. How you engage with people. They're going to remember that. That's why people go to Chick-fil-A, and their chicken really ain't that good, to be honest. It's not that good, but people go because of the experience. And people love to talk about something bad. So they love to talk about it. They love to comment on it. They love to watch it. That's why we got people out here that they love these gossip blogs and Lipstick Alley and what's the other little forums and stuff, where people go on there and they talk negatively about people. People live off salacious information. So don't give people anything salacious to talk about. Like, don't give people salacious things to talk about, especially when pertaining to your brand, because people are going to get out here and they're going to talk about all the negative things that you did. And even if you did twice as many good things, they are not going to talk about the good things, because people are already drawn to the negative. So don't give anybody a reason to say anything negative, and they won't. Because guess what? Like I said, where there's smoke, there is fire. So nobody is just coming out, pulling out stuff out there, but to say something negative about somebody, if there isn't any credence behind it, unless they just, liars or whatever the case. But bad news travels fast. Make sure you keep your hands clean, especially when you're doing business. And going back to my first two things, keep people first, and it's always the right time to do the right thing. My next point is to judge a tree by its fruit. All right, judge a tree by its fruit. So in this case, it may be difficult for people to judge what people see on camera or what people see on social media, as opposed to being up close and personal with somebody and actually judging how they interact. It's two different things. People can tell you who they are or who they want you to think they are. And sometimes people tell you who in their mind they really think that they are, but it may not be who they really are. And I see a lot of comments, and I've had people email me and ask me all types of questions and this and that. But judge a tree by its fruit. This is for anybody that is doing business with people or engaging with people, looking to joint venture and partner with people. Don't just jump into these relationships and these partnerships and collaborating with people based upon who they tell you they are, or based upon some levels of clout and all this other stuff. I see people, right now it's like, oh, let me partner with somebody with a larger audience so I can get my stuff in front of a larger audience. And while that's savvy marketing wise, make sure you know who you're partnering yourself with. Like, for real, the real person. Like, if all the chips are down, if everything goes left, if everything is wrong and you are at the mercy of this person, how are they going to respond? Are they going to respond with integrity, or are they going to throw you overboard and let you sink or swim? You got to know who you're doing business with, and watching them over time, being in close quarters with them and listening to their actions above their words that come out of their mouth is going to tell you everything that you need to know. So that's another thing that I learned. And then when it comes down to it, just trust your instinct, man. Like, just trust your instinct. If you know or feel that something is off, if you question or something leaps in your spirit and you just kind of like, I don't know if that's right or wrong, or that don't quite feel right or whatever, follow and trust your gut. You're probably not leading yourself wrong. I saw something the other day, and it was saying that most people that get mugged, they feel something come over themselves before they got mugged or robbed or attacked, and they just kept going. They ignored it. They didn't turn around, or they didn't heed caution. that happens a lot of times in these situations that I see with these coaches and stuff and people that are out here. And I'm careful about saying this because, of course, I do still have a business. I do still service people. And so I don't ever want to put my mouth on somebody negatively and say something. And I'm still, you know, in the same or similar space because you could judge me by the same way. However, I am seeing so many people selling so many things, especially once we were in the pandemic. It was like everybody had a PPP loan, everybody had an idea, everybody had a hustle, and everybody was getting to the money, right? Everybody was selling something, and everything that glitters is not gold, y'all. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. Like, it's just trust your instinct. Okay, like, be wise. Don't follow the shiny object off a cliff. Like, just be wise, okay, and know what it is that you're getting yourself into. And that leads to my next point, which is have everything in writing all the time. Back it up. Make sure that you have, you know, a second set of eyes on it. Get you an attorney, whatever you need when you are forging agreements with people and you are working with them. Make sure that you have everything documented in writing. I don't care if you had a conversation with the person and they said something, or you saw something on something, you know, they said on YouTube or wherever they might have said it, and then you got behind closed doors and it was something different. No, make sure you have everything documented and everything in writing all the time. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. That's the honest to God truth. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. So over the past 5-6 months, again, I have had to really reorganize some things in my business, re-strategize, see if I even wanted to continue to go on in business, to be quite honest. I am now moonlighting. I am now moonlighting as a bank VP. So I'm side hustling again in my business because I had to take a step back after taking a break and taking or separating from working with Miss Randall. I had to take a step back, reorganize, figure out if this is something that I want to do, if I wanted to even play in the same space as a lot of these coaches and consultants and things like that. But then I told myself I had to really get my, what do you want to call it? My confidence back, to be honest, because after going through that, like I said, working with somebody so closely that you trust and you feel is a mentor and somebody that you look to in business to learn from, it just kind of took the wind out of my sails for a bit. And so I had to figure out how I wanted to proceed and move forward. So now, here I am back with my feet on the ground, and I'm moving forward with the BrightGirl Media Academy, as well as I'm relaunching my podcast. So y'all stay tuned, because I have the academy where you can go online, you can get all of the things that you need to work with me right at the tip of your fingers. You don't even have to wait for a consultation from me. You can sign up right there on the site and you can get all the resources, the ebooks, the courses, the media savvy accelerator, the marketing savvy strategy sessions. Everything that you come to know has been streamlined and repackaged and replaced on my website. And then also the Bright Girls in Business podcast is coming back, because I want to continue to teach you these soft skill lessons that I've learned in business. I want to bring other women entrepreneurs forward who are doing great and amazing things. And I want them to tell you their stories. I want you to be able to learn from us, grow with us, and be in a collaborative space. And also, I forgot to mention, the Bright Girls in Business community is now live as well. So that is a community you can subscribe to. You can get one-on-one, up close and personal with me, learning all the marketing and business and funding and everything that I have accumulated in this brain of mine and packaged into content over the past 10 years, and learn it and grow and network with other women in a safe space where you are not being prey. I hate to say that, but I swear, y'all, it's not just, I just keep seeing it too much, and it bothers me that people that look like you and have the same life experience as you take advantage of you, and you trust them because you look to them because they look like you or they have life experiences like you. The way in is, oh, I'm a Black woman and I've done this, and people see that and they aspire to that, and then they get on the other side and they feel like they've been taken or they've been had. And that breaks my heart, because it's a lot of us out here that really want to just serve and grow and help people. So long story short, stay tuned. You will see more of me. I will be back. And within a month, you'll see the podcast episodes coming up weekly. And if you check the description of this video, you will also see the links so that you can click the links and go into the Bright Girl Academy. And yeah, all that good stuff. But make sure that you take heed to these lessons that I learned, because there are things that I knew, there are things that you know, the things that we all know. It's like, I didn't say anything new. There's nothing new under the sun. But sometimes we get in certain situations and we start chasing the shiny object, and then our scruples, our morals, are things that we leaned on the whole time, and that we can spout off from the back of our hands, go out of the window, because now we've been placed in a certain situation that caused us to act a certain way or follow a certain thing, or perhaps we've been tricked, duped, whatever the case, manipulated, whatever. And I just want to encourage you all that if you are watching this and you're one of the people that have reached out to me and asked for help, reached out to me and asked for encouragement or anything like that, I don't want you to ever be discouraged from walking in your gift, from standing in faith and courage and being wise to move forward with the things that are on your heart. Because guess what? You had those things. You had entrepreneurship, investing, or whatever the case, whatever drew you to those particular coaches, those particular people and circles, those things were on your heart, and they were placed on your heart for a reason. If you have been around me or heard my testimony or even read my book, you know that I had gone through a whole situation before in real estate investing, where that had been on my heart from the time I was like 20 years old. And I got into it. I was excited. I was ready. And then something went wrong. And I had to really come out of that situation and understand that, hey, this was a lesson to be learned. It was not you. It was not a representation of you and your capability. So I don't want any of you to take on that mentality that, oh my God, I was so dumb, or I can't believe I fell for this, or anything like that. That is just a trick to get you off of your course, off of your path, to get you to not believe in yourself and to have the courage to move forward in the way that you need to. So reframe your thoughts, reframe your mind. It took me months to be able to do so. Quite candidly, I went into a deep depression behind this situation. And I had to really rebuild and encourage myself. And I'm here to encourage you to do the same, because you still have a path. You still have a purpose. God still has a plan for you. And you can't allow anybody or anything to take you off your square and to steal that from you, because that is exactly what it is designed to do. And that should only show you and let you know that there's something greater later on the other side of whatever trial or whatever situation you're going through. So, all right, y'all, go in the comments. Y'all will see it. Actually, those who are live, oh goodness, I got some comments. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody saying hi to me. I just been talking. I ain't even see nobody saying hi. But thanks for watching, y'all, and sticking with me. And I'm typing the link in the comments, and it's going to be in the description too, because I want y'all to go check out the Academy, and I want y'all to tell me your thoughts. So email me and tell me what your thoughts are. Tell me if you got any questions, if anything is like popping in your head and you're like, I don't know what this means or whatever. help me help you. I want to be clear, I want to be concise, and I want to make sure that I am operating in integrity. All right. So I will see y'all later. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned again, because I promise you I will be back. The Bright Girls in Business podcast is coming back, and y'all, it's gonna be real funky. So just, it's gonna be all the way live. So I need y'all to be ready, because I had to take some time to like reorganize this thing so I can come out hard again. Okay. So stay tuned to that. Y'all be blessed, and y'all keep going after your dreams.